Hello students, today's topic is percentage composition. Percentage composition of any substance is the percentage of its all components. For example, percentage composition of calcium carbonate is what? Then to find the percentage composition, first of all, the molecular mass of CaCO3, calcium 40, carbon 12, 3 atoms of oxygen, atomic mass of 1 oxygen, 16, so it is 100. Now, in this molecule, there is 1 calcium, or we can say 40 gram calcium out of 100 gram of calcium carbonate. So, percentage of calcium is equals to mass of calcium divided by total mass of calcium carbonate into 140%. And similarly, percentage of carbon, mass of carbon upon total mass of the compound into 100, 12%. And finally, the percentage of oxygen is mass of oxygen, 48. It is 48 out of 100 multiplied by 100, so it is 48%. Again, percentage composition of NaOH means the percentage of sodium, percentage of oxygen and percentage of hydrogen. To find the percentage of sodium, the mass of sodium 23, atomic mass of sodium, divided by total mass of NaOH 23 plus 16 for oxygen plus 1 for hydrogen, that is 40. 23 mass of sodium divided by total mass of molecule 40 into 100. It is about 4 5 20, 5.75. So we can say 57.5%. Again, the percentage of oxygen, mass of oxygen 16 divided by 40 into 100. It is 40%. 4 4 16, 40%. The percentage of hydrogen. There are 3 elements in NaOH. If we have percentage of 2 elements, then we can also find the percentage of third by 100 minus percentage of other elements, sum of other components. It is the percentage of last component. So 100 minus sum of percentage of other components, sum of percentage of other components. Other component is sodium 57.5% plus oxygen 40% is equals to 2.5%. Or you can find it from the starting formula, mass of hydrogen divided by total mass into 100, that is 2.5% in case of hydrogen. And similarly, in this case, if you have percentage of calcium 40%, percentage of carbon 12%, then you can find the percentage of oxygen as 100 minus for oxygen, or percentage of oxygen 100 minus sum of percentage of other two, 40 plus 12, or 48%. Now guys, the next question: on heating crystalline copper sulfate dot 5H2O what percentage of its weight is lost? On heating any crystalline substance, its crystalline water molecules get removed. That is why the loss in weight, in fact, the loss of weight of water. So, the weight of water or H2O is asked. The question is asking about the weight of H2O lost from copper sulfate crystalline. So guys, here we divide this substance into two parts. The first one is copper sulfate and the other is water. The total mass of crystalline copper sulfate formula, that is formula mass, is for copper 64 plus for sulfur 32 plus for oxygen 4 atoms of oxygen, so 4 into 16 plus 5 into weight of water 18 molar mass. So total mass or total molecular mass. In fact, it is quite better to say or total formula mass. It is the formula of crystalline copper sulfate. So it is equals to 250. So the percentage of water in crystalline copper sulfate will be weight of water. Now weight of water or mass of water is this part. 18 5 90. So mass of water 90. Divide by total mass 250 into 100. 0 cancelled by 0. 25 4 100. 9 4 36%. So the water is 36% in crystalline copper sulfate. That is why on heating crystalline copper sulfate, so crystalline copper sulfate will lose 36% of its weight. Now, there is empirical formula and molecular formula. Empirical formula represents the ratio of atoms of the elements in a molecule, while the molecular formula represents the exact number of atoms of all the elements present in molecule. We take an example. For example, substance. There are 3 substances, and the substances are formaldehyde, acetic acid, and glucose. Up to 10th, you all know very well. Formaldehyde, HCHO. Number of carbon atoms 1, number of hydrogen atoms 2, and oxygen is 1. Now acetic acid, CH3COOH, carbon atoms 2, hydrogen 3 plus 1 4, 2 oxygen atoms C2H4O2, and the glucose is C6H12O6. Here these are molecular formulas because these are the exact number of atoms in one molecule of such substances, of these substances. But in case of formaldehyde, the ratio of atoms of different elements, that is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, is 1:2:1, which is simplest ratio. While in case of acetic acid, the ratio is 2:4:2, but the simplest is 1:2:1. And similarly, in case of glucose, the molecular formula is C6H12O6, and the number of atoms of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are 6, 12 and 6. So their simplest ratio is 1 to 1. When a formula is written in form of simplest ratio of the atoms of different elements, that's it, CH2O, CH2O, CH2O. These are called simplest formula or empirical formula. Empirical formula is also called as simplest formula. You can observe that empirical formula as well as molecular formula of a substance may be similar if the simplest ratio is also the exact number of atoms in a molecule. For example, in case of H2O, water, in case of water, the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen 2:1. It is the simplest ratio. So it is also empirical formula, and it is also the exact number of hydrogen and oxygen in water. So it is molecular formula also. So molecular formula as well as empirical formula of a substance may be similar. And the empirical formula of two or more substances, for example, here formaldehyde, acetic acid, glucose, different compounds, different substances have the same empirical formula CH2O. And another observation, if simplest formula is multiplied by an integer, here by 1, and in case of acetic acid multiplied by 2, here multiplied by 6, then you will get molecular formula. That is, molecular formula of a substance is integral multiple, it is integer. So it is integral multiple of empirical formula. If molecular formula is integral multiple, then it is clear that molecular mass will also be integral multiple of empirical formula mass. For example, the empirical formula mass is carbon 12, hydrogen 2 plus oxygen atomic mass 16. It is 30. And here the molecular mass of glucose 6 into 12 plus 12 for hydrogen, 1 for each, plus 6 into 16, it is 180. So empirical mass multiplied by 6 gives molecular mass, or molecular mass of glucose is 6 times of its empirical formula mass. If we have to find integer, then n is equals to molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. It is an important formula used in numericals. Now, all the questions based on empirical formula and molecular formula, it is observed that mostly molecular formula is given directly or in form of vapor density of substance. In case of vapor density of the substance or molecule. Now what is vapor density? Vapor density, in fact, a relative density of any substance in its vapor state with respect to the density of hydrogen, but at the same conditions of temperature and pressure. For example, the density of oxygen at STP, density of O2 at STP, divided by density of water at STP. Now we can say that if the volume are similar, if volumes are similar, then density is equal to mass by volume, and if volumes are similar of O2 and H2, then we can say that it is also the ratio of it is also the ratio of mass of O2 divided by mass of H2 at STP. At STP. And the volume in both cases is similar, but it is taken as let 22.4 liter. Let it is 22.4 liter. Then you all know very well that the mass of O2 in 22.4 liter at STP is molar mass of O2, and mass of hydrogen in 22.4 liter at STP, it is also the molar mass of hydrogen. So molar mass of oxygen is 32, molar mass of hydrogen is 2, and here it is the ratio of densities, so it is called vapor density. And here 32, that is molar mass. The mass of any gas in 22.4 liter at STP is the mass of its 1 mole molecules. That is why it is also called molecular mass or molar mass. So the molar mass of oxygen divided by 2 is equal to vapor density, or we can say molar mass is equal to 2 into vapor density. Here I am again and again using both terms at the same time, molecular mass or molar mass. Guys, if it is the ratio of masses, then this quantity becomes unitless. So if you call molar mass or molecular mass here, there is no difference, no problem. Is that clear? So in fact, what is vapor density? Vapor density of a gas is ratio of densities that gas compared with respect to hydrogen. So the formula is molecular mass is equal to 2 into vapor density. Now the questions based on empirical formula and molecular formula. First question, empirical formula of benzene. In first question, empirical formula of benzene is CH. Its molecular mass is 78. Its molecular mass is 78. What is the molecular formula? What is molecular formula of benzene? Now, to find molecular formula from empirical formula, we all know very well that molecular formula is equal to N into empirical formula. But N is molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. Molecular mass is 78 given in the question, and empirical formula mass from CH, carbon 12 plus hydrogen 1, that is 13. So 13 6 is 78, N is 6. So molecular formula is 6 into empirical formula CH. So the molecular formula of benzene is C6H6. Again, in question number 2, an organic compound has 40% carbon. The carbon is 40%. It has hydrogen 13.3% and nitrogen 46.67%. We all know very well that the percentage composition is the mass percent of the elements. So to find the number of moles from their mass percent, we have to divide percentage from their atomic mass. So first of all, the elements of the or components of the molecule with their percentage. Atomic weight of elements: carbon is 12, hydrogen is 1, nitrogen is 14. So the ratio of moles, the ratio of their moles, mass divided by molar mass, or in case of elements it is atomic mass, 12, it is 12 3 are 36, 3. 13.3 mass of hydrogen divided by atomic mass of hydrogen, it is the number of moles of hydrogen, 13.3, and 46.67 mass of nitrogen divided by atomic mass 14, it is 43 or 42, that is it is also 3.33. 3.33, 13.3 or 3.33 is the ratio of moles according to the mass percent of elements in the molecule. Now the simplest ratio, to find simplest ratio we have to multiply or divide with any number to make simple ratio. From here, the smallest number is 3.33. So if we divide 3.33 by 3.33, then it is 1. Again, 3.33 divided by 3.33 with the same number. To find the ratio, the same number is multiplied or divided. 13.3 divided by 3.33. It is almost 4 3 12, 4 3 12, 13. Almost it is 4. So the simplest ratio of the carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen in the molecule is 1:4:1. That is, empirical formula of compound will be CH4N. But according to question, molecular mass is 3 times of its empirical mass. That is, N is 3. N is 3, it is given, because the molecular mass is N times, that is molar mass is N times, that is 3 times. So molecular formula, find the molecular formula. So molecular formula will be equal to N3 into empirical formula CH4N, that is C3H12N3. It is the molecular formula. It is your answer. Now, and the question third, solution. What is empirical formula? Empirical formula is what? Of the compound composed of manganese and oxygen. Now elements of the compounds are manganese and oxygen in equal ratio. If the question has got equal ratio, but what? In number or in mass? So in this question, now a small correction. What is empirical formula of compound composed of manganese and oxygen in equal ratio of their weight? If the ratio of their masses or their weight is equal, then we can say that both are 50%. Both are 50%. Now the ratio of moles of manganese mass divided by atomic mass of manganese is 55. Mass of oxygen divided by atomic mass of oxygen, we all know very well, 16. It is equals to almost 91, and it is equals to 14 3 are 48. 3.12. So the simple ratio, here the simple ratio is 0.91 divided by 0.91, the small number, and 3.12 divided by 0.91. It is 1 and it is 9827 for almost 3.5. So the simplest ratio is 1 into 2 and 3.5 into 2, that is 2:7. So empirical formula of the compound will be Mn2O7. Now in question 4th, crystalline Na2SO4.X H2O loses 55.9% of its weight. We have studied that the loss of weight in such compounds is the weight of water. So ultimately here the components are Na2SO4 and water. The weight of water is 55.9. So the weight of other component, if there are only two components, then the weight of other component will be 100 minus 55.9, that is 44.1%. These are the percentage. Now the again ratio of moles. Ratio of moles, mass 44.1 divided by mass of the component. Here the component is molecule Na2SO4. Its mass is 142. You can calculate by adding atomic masses of all the elements. Divide by 142. It is about 43, 42. That is almost 3.1. And here, sorry, 0.31, 0.31, and here mass 55.9 divided by mass of water, molar mass of water 18 3 are 54.1. So the simplest ratio is smallest number 0.31 divided by 0.31 is 1. 3.1 divided by 0.31 is 10. So the value of X, or the molecular formula, empirical formula, is Na2SO4 is 1. Then water molecules are 10. So according to question, you have to find the value of X, value of water molecules. So X will be 10. It is your answer. And in question number 5. Now metal reacts with oxygen to form metal oxide. Here the mass of metal is 3.12 gram. Mass of metal oxide is 4.56 gram. So this mass is increased due to addition of oxygen. That is why mass of oxygen is 4.56 minus 3.12 is 441 gram. So number of moles of M atoms, metal atoms, is mass of metal 3.12, mass of metal in gram divided by atomic mass of metal given 52, and number of moles of oxygen atoms is mass of oxygen 1.44 divided by atomic weight 16. It is equal to 0.56, 30, almost 0.06. 69 144. It is exact 0.9. So the simplest ratio of metal and oxygen will be 0.06 is to 0.09, that is 6 is to 9 multiplied by 100. Now divide by 3, 2 is to 3. So empirical formula or the molecular formula of the metal oxide is M2O3.